Assalamualaikum and hello to everyone. My name is Nurul Izzah Shamim Shahira binti Nursham and com student with code metric 1918646 are going to present on how traveling shapes your personality for TPHM 1111 Principles of Tourism. So, without further ado, let's go. So, from what I wanted to present is actually about a little bit from what I have watched from Gulhan Sen at TEDx Fatih University, which is her title that she's talking during that time is how traveling shapes your personality. Hence, I'm going to make a bit of review and a little bit on what I am thinking about what she's talking about. So, a little bit of introduction. Travels. Just what exactly is travels? So, to make it simple, travel is the movement of people between distant geographical locations, which means from one place to one place when we are doing it, when we are going to one place to another place, we are traveling. But how? Travel can be done by foot, bicycles, automobiles, train, boat, bus, airplane, ship, or other means, with or without luggage, and can be one-way or round trips, which means sometimes perhaps from Sungai Petani to Kuala Lumpur, which we can be considered as travels, or all around the world, from Bulgaria to Malaysia to China and more. So, why does it matter between travels and personality? Hence, a little bit of Wikipedia, a little bit of what is personality is. Personality can easily refers to individual differences in characteristic patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving. Next, travels. When it comes to Gulhan Sen she said that travels is made from where you are, it brings you closer to who you really are. So it means that by traveling, you learn who you really are by making a journey through different places and cultures. For example, before we are traveling, we could still be considered as young, immature, and we didn't know just what exactly is that and all that. But by traveling, we learn to be mature. We learn just what exactly is that, just what exactly is this. Next. Like I said before, our perception, our personality could easily differ when we are traveling. How? It is because before we are traveling, before we are doing anything, we could be considered as a blank state, as a white canvas. Since we are baby, we are born with pure mind, with nothing in mind. Hence, how we going to perceive things is all from seeds, from what you see on the slides. First, from our parents. Second, family, friends, schools, environment, and lastly, government. These citizens that surround us, make us to what we are right now before we are doing any kind of traveling, any kind of maturity. Hence, through them, our identity has been given since birth. From baby to teenager, from child to teenager to adult, we become what they are making us become. That's why, through traveling, I or you or us or we could, should, and will learn or know how, first, things are different from what we usually know. Perhaps in our place, what we think is, this place is like this, and like that. But when we go to that place, actually this place is like this. Our perceptions become new. We learn new things. Second, we look through their perspective than our. How do I see like this? Because When we are traveling, rather than thinking on what we are thinking, we learn on what they are percepting on us. For examples like Malaysian is our Malaysian, we think like, oh, Islam is a good religion. But to some other people, for like Westerns, perhaps they think like, oh, Islam is a true religion. It is a bit morbid, but it's a fact. Hence, go to the next point, which is everyone are different. From prejudice to racism, all of these are different to us. That's why by traveling, we learn new history. We learn new things. Every history are different from each people. That's why through this point, I'm going to take it to another point, which is we are going to respect their boundaries. By knowing that each history different from each people, we learn that we are going to respect their religion, ethnics, or way of living. For examples like black and white skin prejudice. We learn the boundaries. We learn what we should step, what we should not step, what we could step, and all that. Hence, by doing what we're learning, we learn how to choose our own personality, whether we wanted to be prejudiced or we wanted to create a tolerance. That's why you mustn't take everything for granted. Never. That's why. Hence, when you are going to do something, when you wanted to say something, first of all, ask, search, find your answer. Do not judge people. Be more sensitive. Also known as tolerance. That's why. That's exactly when you are traveling. You are also known as what we are known when we are traveling, world citizens. Because when we become world citizens, when we are traveling, I only was going to say what NASA had said from what I learned at the video just now. We see no borders when we look from here in Earth. From the outer space, when we look from the below, from on Earth, from where we are living right now, the NASA says, oh, we see no borders when we look here in Earth. Everyone are same. That's why we could only say that by traveling, there are no borders, no difference. There are only consigns, our feeling, our hearts, how we are going to check. We didn't say that, oh, that is black skin, oh, that is white skin. We only said that, is that a good person? Is that a bad person in heart? Facts of life. Due to this, when we are traveling, you have to know these points. We cannot change the world. We are not God. We are only people. We cannot force them to think what we wanted to think. They are their own people. They got their own feeling. Hence, we cannot make them the way we are. The only thing that we could do is we could inspire them. We could inspire people. They may got different belief from us. They may got different feelings from us, but we could inspire them by being a good examples on what we are defending, but what we are trying to defending. Perhaps our religions, perhaps our belief, perhaps anything on what we are believing, on what we are trying to defend. Hence, to conclude from what the video just now, I wish to conclude, our personality change as we travel through our journey of life. When we are journeying, when we are traveling through the journey of our life, we go to everywhere, we learn one thing. We got a different type of understanding. Perhaps before, our understanding on general life, on general issue are different. But when we go to another place, we learn, oh, each is different. For example, so like general type of beauty from what just like Wuhan Sen said just now. Hence, we could understood it. Thanks for watching.